Dear class, Dr. Diazio here again. I want to take this moment to cover a few points of the syllabus and to give you an idea, kind of tips of what to expect for the semester. So let me pull up the syllabus here and kind of cover a few things. So you should be seeing this, the syllabus through the Canvas. So a couple of things I want to highlight. I'm always available through email. Currently, I'm in transition and where my office will be. But remember, email Jessica first, and you can copy me on it. But I'm also available to meet if you would like to meet Wednesdays 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So you could read the course description. It's kind of a survey, introductory course to management, but at the same time, I feel that we have experience of different parts of management. So there are 5 main parts of evaluation. These reflective writing logs, there are 10 of them, each worth 20 points. And then the grading rubric is both in the syllabus and on the submission page for the writing log. This finger puppet management TV, which is a combination of shows that you create and a booklet, a final booklet that you create, plus the milestones, which are kind of due dates throughout the semester to kind of get you on this track to complete this booklet. A midterm presentation that you're expected to record virtually and upload to the YouTube channel. And finally, a finger puppet management final presentation, where again, you're uploading a presentation that you record virtually with your group and upload it to the finger puppet management YouTube channel. And lastly, there's a final exam. So here's the breakdown. There's 1,000 points, so 200 for the individual reflective writing logs, 200 for the finger puppet booklet and TV show. And this is a mixture between individual and group work. Even though you might be working collaboratively, there's going to be times where each individual is expected to turn something in. The midterm presentation, which is 200 points or 20% of your grade, that's a group level. Final presentation, that's 20%, that's group level. And then the final exam is individual. So roughly there is a 60-40 split, and that's not exactly true of group to individual, because some of this, even though I said it's group, each person is expected to do their own work, and if they don't do it, they don't get the points. Here's the grading scale. Attendance. I have attendance in here not because this is an in-class, but because attendance for group meetings are just as important. So for instance, if your group, because this is a group project that you're to be done virtually, you don't necessarily have to meet in person. But if your group decides to meet in person and you don't show up, or you don't get on a phone call, or you don't respond to group text messages, or whatever mechanisms you use to communicate, this is not being present or not being in attendance. So for instance, if you work, you would be, and your manager wants to have a meeting, you're expected to show up. Well, this is no different. Consider this a priority. And if you're thinking about, the lack of time that you have already, this course will be challenging. I'm confident that you will learn more and you will like it and you'll have fun, but this should be also a priority. And if you want to just take a couple tests for a grade, then I suggest you look for another course, because this will be highly interactive with your group. You will have to work roughly, the rule of thumb is for every 3 hours in class, which obviously there is no set in class, but online. So every 3 hours of course material that you have to cover, you're expected to work on 9 other hours outside. So you're expected to work on this class 12 hours a week. And that's the general rule of thumb. So that means being present to your group, to responding emails, responding text messages, and responding to the faculty member or the TA when they reply and give feedback through these different milestones. I do not accept late assignments. All assignments are due on Sunday nights. So get familiar with this below syllabus down here. Look, all Sundays, Sunday night at 11:59. So before 11:59 is on time. Anything 11:59 or after is considered late. And this is what Canvas says. It'll give me a big red letter that says late, and give the TA a red letter that says it's been late, and you will get 0 credit. So there's no credit for late work. So make sure every Sunday night, primarily there's going to be work that needs to be done. If it's on an individual basis or a group basis, you should just remember and position that in your calendar. You'll have 10 reflective writing logs. These are individually. This is worth 20% of your grade. This is an exercise that suggests that if you're able to connect to these concepts to experiences in your life, you will learn them better. And this is meant to be just a one page, single spaced, using APA format citations for the examples that you use, or references to outside material that you use, or even the book. You should use APA format. So one page, single spaced. You don't need a header. Don't add a header. And you should make sure that you follow these grading criteria. So one, citations and format. So it should be one page, single spaced, Times New Roman, and make the appropriate citation, APA. You will be deducted. That's worth 4 points. The example. So you must highlight the personal experience or relate it to the media and outside sources that you have. So if we're talking about decision making and you find that the CEO of Yahoo has recently made the decision to purchase X, Y, and Z company, and you believe this is part of strategic management, you should highlight that and reference this outside material. Or if you suggest that decision making is important to your job, you should reference this personal experience. So this is an example, and that's worth 8 points. Now, point 3 within the grading criteria has a few uniqueness. So you must highlight the course concepts. So if you're highlighting decision making, write decision making. If it's rational or irrational, italicize it. If you are trying to highlight external environment and you want to talk about globalization, highlight, bold those, italicize those. That could be worth 8 points. Then there's weeks who have design challenges, and these could be fun, such as a marshmallow challenge, a shoe challenge. And I want you to embed the link in this document that you're uploading to Canvas. And this, for those weeks that have design challenges, are worth 4 points. And it must be published on the course social media. So we have a course Instagram, and at the bottom of each Moodle, you'll see there's the ID and password, and we have a course YouTube channel with a ID and password located on all the different modules within the videos and the modules right here. So when there's a design challenge, take that link that you've created, uploading it to, if it's YouTube, the course YouTube, or the course Instagram, and put that in your writing log. So here are some examples, and remember, these are examples. They may have different criteria, but you should follow the grading criteria and the grading rubric right here, 1 through 3. Next, I would like to talk about the semester-long project. So there's 2 parts to this semester-long project. It's one, creating this TV show, and then creating these booklets. And this is worth 200 points. So in the group, students are you're going to work collaboratively virtually to create this TV show, and there's going to be 7 parts. So weekly class time, so that doesn't mean in class, it just means time that you're dedicating to the class. You'll have these design challenges that will help you create this TV show. So be wise, use the effort and use those design challenges to help you build your cohesiveness within your group, to get on the same page, to create the videos, understand the challenges you will have early on so you're not pushing it off to the end. So you have to create these design challenges, which will be maybe rough drafts of the videos, but in short, you'll have to create 7 videos and an intro episode and a reflection episode of this TV show that demonstrates the concepts that we're learning. But I want you to realize that they don't have to be just a traditional business setting or office. We can use many metaphors, and you can see many examples that the people have used Survivor, people have used actual animation, some have used the story of Friends, the TV show Friends, some have used the Big Bang Theory, all different ways, or Clue, all different ways to demonstrate the concepts that we're learning. So since management can be found in every setting, you should consider a storyline where you can understand these concepts and transmit these concepts, because it really shows a higher level of learning. So it doesn't have to be finger puppets. It can be animation. It can be stick figures. It could be live action. It could be many different ways. And please go to the YouTube channel to see the examples. So it does not necessarily have to be just finger puppets. So there's several assignments incorporate several tools and methodologies in order to help learn the fundamentals of management. These will be the storyboarding that you'll be expected to create, role playing. So how do you role play and transmit the concepts that you've learned, personas and character development, metaphors for management, actor maps, prototyping and design challenges through this fifth flip camera challenge, co-creation and marshmallow challenge. These are all important aspects of business and management and will actually put you at a very large advantage to anyone else in your kind of industry or in the jobs that you're applying for. So some tips: use the group canvas that's available for storage and sharing. You can use Google Drive, Facebook chat page, Google Hangouts, Doodle, and any other Doodle checklist widget. These are all different ways. Please feel free to continue pushing the concepts and the videos that you create. Try to collect a following. And if you do, you might become popular as it goes viral. So this is one way to kind of build kind of an experience of social networking through this kind of brief example of trying to promote your work of this finger puppet management. So overall, the TV show should be 14 to 21 minutes. So if you're creating 7 and each one is 2 to 3 minutes, then we see how we get to 14 to 21 minutes. Okay, so 7 episodes times 2 or 3 minutes. Now we get 14 to 21 minutes for the whole semester. And you should upload them immediately to YouTube and create a playlist. So it should be professionally packaged. Weekly videos will be uploaded to the class. The show needs a narrative. All TV shows have narratives, characters, and the management themes and plots that you'll be discussing. Each one should be a total considered an episode making 15 weeks of 7 episodes, and you should include an introduction episode and a reflection episode. So remember, experimenting is very important within management. We will see how managers don't always have the first right answer, but in fact they test it, they try it, they experiment it. Well, that's what we're learning here with this finger puppet design challenge and flip camera challenges that you'll experience. Again, you should highlight, here's some examples. Here's the YouTube channel, and here are some examples of past student projects that they've created. Here's a bit about the booklet. This is kind of your summary of what you've experienced throughout the semester. So think early on how you're going to create it, and there will be more. It'll be a reflective process throughout the semester, but you'll see the different milestones and how they tie in and how they kind of space out the booklet or kind of create the booklet, the foundation for the booklet as you go through these milestones. But you should use any experience that you have in this class and put it in this booklet, if it's an appendix or kind of in the back, that helps people understand this journey and experience that you went through. Here are some more experiences. And again, you have key milestones or key due dates, and throughout the semester that will give you a guide in helping organize your time and complete the work. These are called milestones, and here's a list of the different milestones. And in addition, I have examples here. So here's an example of milestone 1, other helpful hints and websites. Milestone 2, kind of a character profile and draft outline. Here are some examples. Milestone 3, and finally milestone 4. All right. And we're well familiar with students should be professional, and any cheating won't be allowed, and we'll be following the academic policies here at USF. So here are some kind of general guidelines if you're not sure what plagiarism is. Here's some common sense. If it's someone else's work, cite it. That's most important. This adds credibility to your work. If there was a way that you're making it unclear, make it clear. If you receive help from someone else, just acknowledge it. These are ways of building credibility and showing how responsible and how well versed you are in this material. All right. So here are some key leaderships, and here's the course map. So this is, we'll go from left to right, how we'll be following, going this way, then up and down, then down, back up, following these 4 functions of management. We'll see what they play. You can also turn to this down here, this is kind of a schedule of what's due. So for instance, on January 11th, you'll have writing log 1 due. The week after, you'll have milestone 1 due and writing log 2 due. Writing log 3 and so forth. The other things that I want to highlight, so let's go back to the video. Okay, I'm back. Other things I want to highlight, this will be a highly interactive course. You should budget time out. Like I said, you're expected to work 12 hours a week on this class. People will be busy in your groups. We will assign these groups randomly after the add drop period, so it makes it easier to manage who's leaving and who's staying, who's coming in. It can be a lot of fun if you commit time and you actually want to learn. If you're looking for an easy course, this isn't it. But I'm confident that you will learn a lot and have fun doing it. You'll have a very different perspective of management. And I encourage you to go to my website, stevedeazio.com, and see what other students have written about this class and the other work that we've done. So here are a few tips for you to succeed. Remember, all work is due at the end of the day on Sunday, so 11:59. This could be a lot of fun, a very fun class that you've never experienced, very unique, if you're willing to put the time. And I have no doubt this will put you in a better position to succeed in life.